Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So hopefully you guys had a good day. Mine was crazy busy as usual. I picked up a shift. It always feels nicer when you're like, oh yeah, I'll totally pick up that shift like 2 weeks down the road, and then the day finally comes up and you're like, why did I do that? That was me today. I'm like, why did I do that? But it was a quick 4-hour shift, so it wasn't anything tragic. And I'm accumulating more hours for my next audit. So it's a win-win, actually. And then I went to lunch with my girlfriend out in Scottsdale, Heather. So it was actually a really good day. It was really busy, but it was very nice. I am still stuffed from lunch, and I sent her a text message. I sent her a message while I was at work saying, if you take a nap, I'm going to be so mad at you. And she actually responded back to me right away. She's like, I'm actually going to go lay down and take a nap. So she is off the Christmas list because she got a nap and I didn't. But anyway, hopefully you guys are having a good day. If you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. So if you took advantage of yesterday's free shipping sale and the designer series paper sale, you definitely scored so many amazing items. I am so excited for everybody who was able to take advantage of that. I actually did a few orders myself, not for myself, but my retreat in July, everybody gets a product credit that you get to pick what you want. So I placed everybody's orders yesterday it was free shipping. They don't do it very often, and I have no idea when they're going to do it. So I literally, as soon as I found out, sent messages to everybody, please take advantage of this because you will save lots of cash. So all of the packages should be delivered tomorrow. Literally, it was so fast. I placed them Wednesday morning and they will be here on Friday. I've never had that fast of shipping with a sale. So kudos to Stampin' Up! For being on the ball and getting stuff done. So that was pretty exciting. Good evening, Heather. Welcome. So today's card is super easy, so stinking cute, and totally duplicatable. I love doing things that are quick, easy, adorable, and duplicatable. Like all of it in one. How can you go wrong with something so quick, easy, and fun? So that is what I'm going to show you guys tonight. Oops, sorry. I went to push my drawer in, forgot that it was going to shake my computer. Okay, so let's point you over and we will get crafting. Just make sure we are live on my Facebook, and I just have to update it. And there we are. Okay, so the stamp set and die that I am using is the beautiful balloons. I have seen so many beautiful and fun things with this set. So I can't wait to play with it even more. And then it has some designer series paper that coordinates with it. It is called Bright and Beautiful 6x6. And it is definitely bright and beautiful. I love all the stars. I love all the stripes. I love all the colors. Just such fun designer series paper. And it is all double-sided, so we can flip it over and you can see what is on the opposite side. So if you haven't ordered this, it is on the promotion right now, so it is 15% off. So let's pull this out of the way so I don't lose it. And then I decided to bring in the Countryside Corner die. So I really wanted to use the Happy Birthday, but the Happy Birthday was a little bit taller. I needed something that was a little bit longer. So I decided to bring in, I think it's time for a celebration. And you could definitely put the Happy Birthday on the inside if you wanted to. So I just wanted something kind of short and long to go with my card. So I pulled in this guy and kind of this one. So I'll tell you what I mean when I say kind of use this one, but I definitely used this one. So I used the two smallest. I've already die cut it, but I do want to show you what I am talking about. So let's talk about the card first. Here is your fun card. And I didn't have any Wink of Stella over on my crafting table. It was over on my Facebook Live, and Even though they're super close, I was just a little too lazy to get up and get it. But you could definitely put some Wink of Stella on this balloon and make it shimmer. So I would definitely add some Wink of Stella. You could even come in and color some of these stars, and that would give it a little bit of pop also. What is that Frank's Red Hot Sauce saying? I know I probably can't say it on a Facebook Live, but you put that crap on everything. So yeah, you could definitely do, oh, I don't think it's going to show how sparkly those stars are now, but those are definitely sparkly. But this is the card we're going to be making. And let's talk about dimensions, and then we will go into my kind of sort of using the dies. So this one, I pulled in the bubble bath, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Yes, Jessica, I wasn't 100% sure if I could say that on a Facebook Live, if YouTube would ding me for it. So thank you for saying it. So I have a piece of bubble bath, and then I have 2 pieces of basic white. These are both the same cut. It's 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of our designer series paper. This is 3 by 5. This one is 3/4 inch by 5. And here is our little dies. So I definitely used this one, and it fit perfectly. I love the shape and style. But then when I die cut this one, when I went to stamp it, I was a little heartbroken. You could still use it, but it hung over just a smidgen. So what I did is I cut a piece that is 3/4 of an inch wide by 2 1/4 inches. So after I stamped my sentiment, I laid this on top, and I just trimmed the little tiny corners so it would have the same shape as this one. So that's what I was talking about when I kind of used this. I used it more as a mask than the die cut for the card. Okay, so there's all that info. Oh, and I did cut out one of the balloons. Sorry I had ink all over my fingers, but that's what happens when you're crafting. Okay, so we're going to start with our designer series paper. So I have the 3 by 5, and I have the 3/4 by 5. So usually what I tell people to do is line these up, flip it over, and put a piece of tear and tape on here so it holds it together so you could glue it to your card base. But what I'm going to do is a little bit different. I know, you guys, I am learning things. The older I get, I thought I knew everything, and I don't. And it's okay. I learn something new every day. So I am going to take my tear tape, and I'm going to take probably 2 little smidgens. And I'm just going to put this sideways just so it's a little bit easier for me to see. So I'm going to put those together, and I'm going to put my tear tape on the front of my card. I know, crazy, right? You guys will totally see what I'm going to do in a second. Okay, so there's that. Let's grab one of our pieces of our basic white. We're going to glue this down. So just put some adhesive on here. We're going to glue this down. And then you're going to see the magic. So remember when sometimes when you're adding ribbon, that your ribbon kind of flops when you put a bow on it? Well, I forgot to talk about the ribbon pack. So this is the sheer ribbon pack. Absolutely phenomenally gorgeous. You get the lemon lolly, you get the bubble bath, and you get the azure afternoon. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I didn't use this one, but you definitely can use it for this pack. So these are the 2 that I used. So we're going to grab the bubble bath. I am going to pull this off. And not only did it hold my designer series paper together so I could evenly put it on, it is going to hold down my ribbon. Voila! Perfection, right? There we go. And you still want to put a mini glue dot on the back. because this is going to hold it down on the back side. But now when you put your ribbon on, it isn't going to be all wobbly in the center. Not entirely sure wobbly is a word, but it's a word we're going to be using today. See, genius idea. I am right there with you. I have no idea how I came up with it, but when I was prepping this card this morning, I originally did my first one, and you can see that I put the mini dimensionals or mini glue dots underneath, and then I was like, why didn't I just put the tear tape on the fronts? Yeah, no clue what I was thinking. Get your finger off, and there you go. And you can glue down, and it's not going to be floppy, wobbly, whatever you want to call it. So now we can glue this to the fronts. I like to put a little smidgen of glue right on the ribbon. I'm 100% sure the glue dot's going to stay, but just to be safe. There we go. And then I have my piece that is going to go on the inside. Before I put it on the inside, I actually think I'm going to go ahead and stamp the happy birthday. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to. And I pulled in, even though I'm using the bubble gum, is that the name of it? Bubble Bath cardstock, I wanted something a little bit brighter, so I brought in the Azure Afternoon. Stamp that right in the center, and it looks pretty good, so I don't have to turn it over. And stamp the other side. That's why there's two sides to each piece of cardstock. It's so when you accidentally mess up, even though there's really no mess ups in crafting. So there's that. And then I'm going to bring in my little smidgen of a strip. I'm going to bring in I think it's time for a celebration. I'm going to stand on my tippy toes so I can make sure this is even. Hopefully it's even. Oh, not too shabby. Close this so I don't put my fingers in it. And now I am going to bring in the die and show you what I was talking about. So I'm going to line up these edges, grab my paper snips, and I'm just going to trim off these little itty bitty corners. And honestly, in the big scheme of things, you could really skip this step. I don't think anybody's going to notice that you didn't trim off the edges. And they're a little hard to see, especially the older you get. I was told that a couple times today. I was filling up the ice bin, and I went to pick up ice, and I pulled a muscle in my stomach, so I was pushing on my stomach, and one of the other baristas that was there, she was like, "Is that from getting old?" And I'm like, "Yes, that is from getting old." It was quite comical, actually. Okay, so now bring in some dimensionals, flip that over, and I'm going to go ahead and put 3 on here because we don't want anything sagging in the middle. Well, see, it always does that. I don't let it dry enough. You can go ahead and put this wherever you want. I'm going to put it in the center, but if you want it a little bit higher or lower, you definitely can. And I'm not going to put the bow directly on the corner, just I don't want to add any extra thickness for postage. So then I'm going to grab my little balloon, and I am going to put a big dimensional up at the very top. So this way, I can come and tuck him in, and I'm going to stop where the dimensional hits the cardstock, and then just press it there. And then your Wink of Stella. And you can wink a Stella all of the stars as well if you want. So there you go. That is how simple, cute, and totally duplicatable these cards are. So I am going to do another one. This one is the Lemon Lolly. And I honestly don't think, even though the Lemon Lolly is kind of a beautiful baby color, I honestly don't think it has to be just for babies. I think this would be a beautiful card to send to anybody. So I'm going to grab my happy birthday, stamp this on the inside. I should have brought another block, but I wasn't planning on putting the happy birthday in the inside. So we are bouncing between blocks. So put this on the inside. And now you don't have to write as much either because you have something in the center. You put their name, happy birthday, hope you have a great day, loves whoever. Just kidding. You can definitely write as much as you want on there. So let's do our designer series paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it sideways. Good evening, Monique. Thank you, Jessica. Something fun and different. Now I'm just trying to find the end of the tear tape. Line this up. And even though I'm using the circles, it's from the same designer series paper pack. So I'm putting that on the front. Let's glue down the back. It looks a little funny to have tear tape on the front of your card. You're going to be thinking, oh no, I did that wrong, but you really didn't. There we go. Let's peel this off. Put that aside so when I open the door, the wind will blow it away and I don't have to pick it up. Brilliant, right? Stick with me. I will show you the way. That down. Roll this. Good evening, Mary. Welcome. And then another mini glue dot. There we go. Now we can put this on. A little extra right on the ribbon. Before I do, I probably should have stamped before I glued this on so it had a second to dry, but that's okay. We will still work with it. So grab your sentiments. Oops, didn't stick to my block. There we go. I think that's all I need for my ink. Let's grab our little mask. And remember, this is definitely optional. But I thought of it, so I might as well show you. So trim that. Scooch that back down. It literally just needed to be a hair longer to get it to... Actually, what I should do is put the dimensionals on first. Let's take the backing off. Let's see if this works. Just adding a couple extra steps, but who cares? Grab your silicone mats. Let's glue this down. And then I don't have to worry about it shifting when I flip it over. So when I pick it up, there we go. Okay, that actually works pretty good. And you could, oh, let's do this one sideways. No, let's not. There we go. Flip that over. Put a dimensional on there. I'm going to tuck this as close as you can. And then you have your little bow. So there you go. Oh, Wink Stella. Can't forget that. Perfect. So there you go. Something fun, cute, totally duplicatable, easy. You could definitely whip through lots of these in no time. This would be a great retreat card to make. You could make quite a few of your birthday cards and get them off of your to-do list. So hopefully you guys liked my cards for tonight. I will be back on Tuesday for another live. So next week it is Tuesday and Thursday at 7 for another live. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody I'll see many of you guys on Saturday. We're having a watch party for a Stampin' Up event. So I'll see many of you on Saturday. And if I don't see you Saturday, I will definitely see you on Tuesday. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.